Hey guys, I wanted to share a quick story about a friend of mine who I got off the phone with 3 weeks ago, who I talked to a few weeks ago. I'm going to call him Will for the sake of anonymity. Will is a man who's probably about, I shouldn't say probably, I know exactly how old he is. He's 64 years old. And a few years ago, he was at a meditation retreat and had what's called a Kundalini awakening. And I'm not going to go into what that is, partially because I don't think anybody really knows, but also because it would take forever. But for the sake of brevity, I'll just say Kundalini awakening is when a tremendous amount of spiritual energy just kind of floods the body. And it's rare, although I know 4 people now who've had one, but that's a whole other story. But it's very rare. It's a strange experience. And since then, he basically went from being essentially an atheist. Maybe he was an agnostic. I shouldn't say atheist, but he was a very 3D oriented person. If he couldn't see it, taste it, hear it, touch it, it didn't exist. And now he's dude straight up psychic. And it's been really uncomfortable for him because has friends, family, people who know him as not a psychic person. So this has been very odd and uncomfortable, but it's also been it's a unique and great experience as well. It's very profound. In May, just this past May 2021, he was sitting at the dinner table with his family. He was about to eat a hamburger and blacked out. And the next thing he knows, he sees himself from above. So essentially an out of body experience. He sees himself just having a seizure on the ground, and his wife is holding his hand. His son is on 911 screaming at them to come. And since then, he's been really psychic, very on point. And not only that, but he had chronic fatigue syndrome since 2006, and he'd had a really, really bad memory. Had to have all these systems in place just to remember where things were, like his keys and stuff like that. And since the seizure in May, he's had no issues remembering things. In fact, all of his systems that he had in place are actually getting more in the way than anything else. So I just wanted to share that story. Why am I telling you this story? Because I'm going to tell more stories, and also I want you, if you're interested in this kind of thing, to share your stories on the Woo There It Is group page. I've made it a private page, which is why I'm putting this on my public Facebook site. I made it a private page because I want people to feel comfortable telling crazy stories like this that make no sense. But I'm interested in them, and if I'm interested in them, I think some other people are probably going to be interested in them. If this isn't your thing, but you know somebody who would be down, please feel free to share. That's it. Thanks for listening. If you're still here, see you in the group page.